Okay, guys, good evening. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, guys. Again, can you hear me? Good afternoon. Are you there?
Hi, good afternoon. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you,
Good
Rodrigo.
afternoon, we can hear you.
Good afternoon. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Excellent for your attention. Okay, so I'm going to call attendance now. Let's see. Is Pamela Duarte here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Is Rodrigo Liendo here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Is Jorge here? Jorge Hinojosa?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Is Natalie here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Is Fernanda here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Is Carla here? I don't think Carla is here, so okay. Missing. Sebastian is here?
Yes, Mr. Here. Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you. And finally, is Micaela here?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, Carla is the only one who is missing. Okay, let's start then. Okay, today we're going to cover lectures, okay? Since we worked on conversation the last class, today we're going to cover how to deal with lectures in the listening section of the TOEFL test, okay? Are you ready? Did you
Yes,
attend
I am.
the theoretical class yesterday?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to start then. I'm going to share the screen right now. Let's see. Please let me know if you can see the screen, okay? If there is any problem, please send me a text on the chat box, please. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Yes, it's fine.
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your participation. Okay, now let's start. What do we have here? Okay, what we did yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. The day before yesterday I think it was on Wednesday, right? Okay, yes. Conversation, lectures. Okay. So what is important in lectures, you know? In lectures, we have to consider the topic, okay? When listening to a lecture, you have to be really careful with the topic. You have to understand and you have to listen what the topic is, okay? That is the main idea. Okay, like in conversation, the problem was the most important aspect of it. The topic is the most important part of the lecture. Also, we have to consider the organization of details that you are about to hear, okay, in the listening recordings, okay? So organization is really important as well. Detailed information. You have to consider also to take notes, okay, as we did on Wednesday. The information is really important, okay? So we already know how to take notes. I told you on Wednesday. So it is, I hope it won't be really difficult for you now, okay? And finally, you have to use the logic implication, okay? What does the topic of the lecture imply about some details, some information that maybe the professor or the person who is talking in the recording is talking about, okay? So you have to imply from context. You have to use logic. Those are the most important things of listening lectures, okay? So let's move on. These are the steps that I told you about on Wednesday. These are the notes, how to take notes. You already know that is. Only keywords, short sentences, organization of ideas. Those are the most important ones. Okay, this is what we did on Wednesday. No problem with this. Okay, so this is lectures, okay? How to deal with lectures. In the listening part of the TOEFL test, you will have to deal with three kinds of, let's say, tasks or exercises, okay? The one that is that has to do with conversation, which we did on Wednesday, and the ones that we're going to do today, lectures and discussions, class discussions. They are quite similar, so you're not going to have any problem with that. These kind of lectures, let's start with lectures, are given only by one person, okay? Usually by a professor. So you will have to listen to a professor, okay? A professor who is talking about a specific topic. Okay, let's talk about the length. The length of the recording will be between 4 and 6 minutes. It cannot be longer, okay? So consider that. The topic, well, the topic will be academic with its own idea or concept, okay? In the lecture, you're not going to talk about, they are not going to talk about, I don't know, any kind of topic, you know? It would be academic. It would be related to, I don't know, maths, languages, history, and so on, okay? So you have to be ready for that. Also, I would like to say you that, well, in this kind of lectures, you're going to find, or you're going to listen to some new words, okay? Words that are really technical, very technical. So with that in mind, you have to imply from the context, right? Because you're not going to understand maybe a word or a verb or an adverb. So it's a good idea to imply from context, because the topic of these kind of exercises, let's say, will be really academic. So in this kind of exercises, you're going to see, it depends on the kind of test you are going to take. You can see pictures, keywords that may be related to some concepts, and diagrams or illustrations. Maybe it will be a video about, I don't know, a certain topic that will also show you some diagrams or illustrations that will help you understand in a better way, okay? So be ready to see that in the exercises for the listening section of the test. So this is the part for the suggestions that I can give you, you know, so that you can do your best in this kind of exercises. Is everything clear up to now, guys? Did you understand?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
so those are my suggestions, my personal suggestions, okay? So now we're going to practice with something that I have already prepared here for you. Let me go to the page, okay? Now, we're going to start practicing now. You already know how to take notes. I am not asking you to write your notes on Jamboard or whatever, okay? So have your piece of paper and pen ready to take notes, okay? And we're about to listen to the recording. We're going to read about a talk in a biology class, okay? Guys, are you
Okay.
there? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here we have, okay. Let me see. Let me check something. Who is Manny?
Hi, I'm Maria Jose. I'm sorry I couldn't get into the call with my computer, so I joined with my personal mail. I'm sorry. I'm Maria Jose Villalobos.
Maria Jose Villalobos. Okay, I think you were absent on Wednesday, right?
No, I wasn't. I was here.
Okay, Maria Jose Villalobos then. I cannot remember your name. I'm gonna check, okay? Villalobos.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you are present. Thank you.
Thank
so,
you. I'm sorry.
Anyone? Carla didn't join. Okay, so let's start then. Let's go to the recording and please let me know if you can hear, if you can listen, okay?
No, I'll listen.
Did you hear?
Part of the talk in a biology class.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I can.
Hear?
Yes.
Everybody can hear?
Yes.
Okay, so excellent. I'm going to set the volume to the maximum so that you can hear as clear as possible. Okay, let's start. Don't worry, the recording is it's, I think, 5 minutes long, okay? The rest is for the questions, okay? So let's start.
All right, now a common misconception about global climate change, commonly referred to as global warming, is that if we experience an unusually hot day in this area alone, then it's evidence of climate change. I just want to take a second to make it clear that changes in local weather is a weather-related event, not a climate-related one. Climate refers to the long-term, predictable atmospheric conditions of a specific area, not the conditions of a day or even a week for that matter. Weather refers to the conditions of the atmosphere during a short period of time. Weather forecasts are usually made in 48-hour cycles and are more concerned with daily and hourly predictions. Yes, Henry?
So you're saying that climate has more to do with seasonal changes. For example, like the difference between summer and winter in New York, while weather is more about the conditions outside today or tomorrow.
That's right, Henry. So now that we have established exactly what we mean by climate, let me ask you about the causes of climate change. I mentioned them in the last class.
Well, we started by talking about the Industrial Revolution, which began in the early 1800s. And that's when most of society started burning fossil fuels like oil and coal. And those fuels release a bunch of carbon dioxide into the air. And when there's more carbon dioxide in the air, more of the sun's energy gets trapped in the atmosphere. So the climate of the Earth warms.
Perfect, Jessica. Maybe I should have you teach the class. So yes, most of us know about the harmful effects of the burning of fossil fuels and the release of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, and I'll get back to that in a minute. But what causes climate change? There are two more. Henry?
I know one is solar intensity, and the other, I think, has something to do with volcanoes. Sorry, I can't remember exactly.
Well, like you said, the intensity of the sun does change, believe it or not. Changes in the amount of heat from the sun has been proposed as one explanation for past climate events. And the third you're thinking of is volcanic eruptions.
Ah, that's right. I remember now. The gases released during an eruption can change the climate over a period of a few years. But this type of climate change is usually just short term, right?
Right. Now, let's get back to fossil fuels. As Jessica mentioned, increased amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are usually released through the burning of fossil fuels. Make no mistake, what may sometimes be reported in the media as debatable, there is no debate among scientists as to whether or not climate change is due to human activity. True, the strength of the sun's rays and the eruption of volcanoes can play a role, but there is an overwhelming amount of evidence that human activity, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, is to blame for the rise in global temperatures. And we are now starting to see the tremendous impact global warming is having on our environment. Between 2002 and 2006, Greenland lost almost 200 kilometers worth of glaciers. And as the glaciers melt around the globe, the sea levels rise, which threatens the coastal life of humans and the marine life of aquatic species. Now, many organisms on land are also being affected by the changes in climate. Temperature and rainfall play key roles in determining the geographic distribution of plants and animals. For example, researchers have shown that 385 plant species in England are flowering 5 days sooner than usual. In addition, insect species that pollinate and rely on these flowers are now arriving sooner than in previous decades. This mismatched timing of plants and insects could result in the loss of both species in the area. Small changes in the atmosphere have already made a big impact on species that rely on specific weather conditions. Most think of polar bears and their disappearing homeland of snow and ice. But this is just one of the many organisms threatened by global climate change, and that includes us humans.
Now, answer the questions.
Okay, did you take notes, guys?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so now we're going to see the questions, okay? Now, the first questions. Can anybody help me reading this first question, please?
Me?
Okay, thank you.
What is the professor mainly discussing?
Okay. So you only have 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, can anybody help me reading number 2, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you.
The professor discusses several causes and effects of climate change, indicate which information matched and cause or effect. This question is worth 2 points.
Okay, so what do you have to do here? You do not have to write anything, okay? Don't worry. You just have to click or check, okay? What is a cause and what is an effect? If volcanic eruption is a cause, click, check it, okay? If it is not, cross it, okay? So you only have to do that. Cross or check, that's it. If it is a cause, cause. If it is an effect, effect. That's it, okay? You will have 40 seconds to do this. Okay, time is over. Can anybody help me reading number 3?
I can.
Okay, thank you.
What is the difference between weather and climate? Select it.
Okay. 30 seconds to write this question answer. Okay, time is over. Who can help me with number 4?
Okay,
Anybody? Okay,
can
thank
do
you.
Number 4, according to the lecture, what is an example of the effects of climate change?
Okay. Okay, time is over. Let's go to number 5. Now, who can help me? Guys, are you there?
I can.
Okay, thank you, please.
What is the professor implying when she says this?
Okay, you have to listen this. So let's go there. Sorry, okay. Let's listen, okay?
Perfect, Jessica. Maybe I should have you teach the class.
Okay. What is the professor implying when she says that? 30 seconds. Okay, time's up. Finally, let's go to question number 6. Who can help me?
I can.
Okay, thank you.
What does the professor imply about the role of human activity in climate change?
Thank you. 30 seconds, guys. Okay, time's up, guys. Now, what I want you to do is the following, okay? You have your answers, I suppose. Okay, write them all in the chat box, please, and send your answer to the chat box of Zoom, please. Did you understand?
Okay, for everyone.
Yes, that is for everyone. We're gonna check together. And let me tell you something. If you got mistakes, if you do not have the correct answers, do not get frustrated, okay? Do not worry. It is just a practice, okay? What matters is the result you're going to get when doing the TOEFL test, okay? We are preparing you for that, okay? So the answers that I am about to show you will show how prepared you are, okay? So do not worry, do not get frustrated, okay? With that in mind, let's go. Someone has already sent their answers, okay? Pamela, please, can you write all the answers in only one sentence, please?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. Do not worry, do not worry.
About number 2, will we write the cause and effect every word?
Number 2 is, just leave it there. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Number 2, okay. We're going to check together.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for asking. It's something that I forgot to tell you about. Thank you, Fernanda. Thank you, Micaela. Okay. While the rest is going to send their answers, we're going to see. Okay, let's wait a few seconds. Okay. We are.
I'm sorry, number 2, I had written already, so I send it.
Do not
yes,
worry.
me too, I'm sorry.
Okay, do not worry. You're really creative. You found a way to show the answer for number 2, Rodrigo. Excellent. But okay, thank you for that. Okay, Pamela again. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 4 people are missing. Okay, so we have to wait. Please move on, guys. Sorry for the pressure I am putting on you, but you know, time is really important when taking these tests. So I hope you understand. Okay, now I think we can check the answers. So we will see together. Okay, where are the answers? Let me see. Okay, here it is. Okay, here we have the answers. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see to Fernanda's answer. According to the answer key, the answer for number 1 was B. It was about the main idea, the topic, as I told you before. So excellent job, Pamela. Excellent job, Fernanda, as well as for Micaela. Rodrigo, excellent. Jorge, excellent. Pamela, again, excellent. Sebastian, B, excellent. Okay, everybody did a great job here in this question. Okay, so congratulations. Let's go to number 2. The organizational chart. Okay, volcanic eruptions. It was a cause, so you were supposed to cross it here or check it. Changes in rainfall was an effect, so you have to cross this. Burning fossil fuels was a cause, so you have to cross here. And temperature changes was X, okay? So we will see. I think someone sent the answer. So let's see. Good job, Rodrigo. You did a good job in this question. The same, X, 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 X. Excellent job. I don't know about the rest. How did you do in these questions, guys?
I also sent my response with the number 2.
Okay, let's see. Where is your answer? Sorry.
It's in the beginning, Fernanda.
Okay, Fernanda. 2 is, I cannot understand this. C is C. Cause, effect, cause, effect. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Excellent as well. What about the rest, guys? How did you do in this question?
I got the same answers too.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
What about the rest?
Yeah, I got the right ones too.
Excellent job then. Great. So let's go to the third one. Number 3 was C and D. What about your answers? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Fernanda said C and D. Excellent. Micaela said A and D. Okay, why A? Let's go. These questions forces you to rely on your memory on what the professor says. Although you might be able to guess, the climate definitely has to do with more long-term changes than weather does. The professor explains the difference near the beginning of the lecture when he says, here is the answers. Climate refers to the long-term predictable atmospheric conditions of a specific area, not the conditions of a day or even a week for that matter. Weather refers to the conditions of the atmosphere, okay? So you were supposed to relate weather with atmosphere, okay? And climate with the conditions of the day. That was it. You didn't have to memorize all this information. You only have to make a relationship between climate and conditions of the day and weather, conditions of the atmosphere. That's it, okay? I think everybody did a good job here. C and D, excellent. C and D, excellent as well. Good job. 3, C and D, excellent job. Number 3, okay, Sebastian, good job. Mane, good job as well. Excellent. Good job, guys. So let's go to number 4, C. Mane did a good job. Melanie, sorry. Yes? No, you're Maria Jose, sorry. Okay, good job. What about the rest? Number 4 was C, excellent. Number 4, okay. Pamela said that 4 was letter B. Okay, let's see. A and B might seem correct, but they are actually incorrect pieces of information that use words you heard in the lecture and to try and confuse you. C is correct because the professor says, for example, researchers have shown that 385 plant species in England are flowering 5 days sooner than usual, okay? That's why you got confused with this question, okay? Pamela, so do not worry. It was a tricky question, so you have to consider that. What about the rest? 4, C, okay, excellent. Pamela, B, Jorge, C, good, excellent. Good job, guys, good job. You did a really good job. In general, let's say, Fernanda, C, okay, excellent. So let's go to number 5 then. C, number 5 was letter C. Let's see. I don't know what happened in this answer. Okay. Number 5, C. Excellent job, guys. Rodrigo, C as well. Excellent. C, C. Okay, Sebastian, you thought B was the answer, but it was letter C, okay? How we can understand that this question was letter C for the answer? B is also unlikely to be the case, okay? So C is correct because Jessica just spoke and said lots of correct information. So the professor is making a joke to emphasize that Jessica just accurately gave the class good information, okay? That was the answer. So let's go to number 6 now. It was A. You were supposed to infer here, okay? You make inferences. Let's see the answers. A, gay, A, good job. A as well, excellent. A, okay. Rodrigo said it was C, but no, it was A. Why? Based on the professor's words and attitude, we can figure out that A is correct answer. He says, make no mistake. What may sometimes be reported in the media as debatable, there is no debate among scientists as to whether or not climate change is due to human activity. Although he doesn't say explicitly that humans have a large role, he does say that the natural changes, such as volcanic eruptions and solar intensity, are just a small part of the problem, okay? So that was A. So I think everybody did a good job in this case. Everybody passed, so do not worry about it. You did a good job, okay, guys? Any question here about your answers or the questions maybe? Guys, are you there?
Yes, everything's clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, what about the rest?
Yeah, no questions. Thank you.
Is everything it's okay, teacher? Thanks.
Everything's clear.
Thank you for your participation. Okay, so let's start with another exercise. First, before we do the next exercise, what was this recording? Guys, it was a lecture or it was a class discussion?
It was a lecture.
What was it? Okay, someone said that it was a lecture, but what about the rest?
I think that it was a class discussion since I think that is Henry and Jessica interfere in the conversation.
That's it. Although it was about a lecture about the climate changes and so on, it was a class discussion. Why? The professor asked students to interact with the class, to give their opinions. So that's why this recording was a class discussion, okay? But as I told you before, lectures and class discussions are practically the same, okay? They are about a topic, a professor is speaking, and the students are listening to what the professor is saying. So they are almost the same, okay? So do not worry about those differences. So, okay, thank you. So let's go to the next exercise, okay? Be ready, get ready, please. Now we're going to hear another one. You need to practice a lot, so that's what we're doing now. If you have any question, any doubt or something, please let me know. I am here to help you, okay? Okay. Let me choose. Okay, this is a conversation. Okay, here it is. It is about astronomy, okay? So I hope you are ready. As I told you, in this kind of tests, you're going to see some keywords before listening, okay? These words are the ones which will be in the recording, okay? So meteorite falls, meteorite finds, irons, stones, stony irons. Do you understand all these words, guys?
Meteorite finds, I don't know what that means.
Okay, meteorite finds. When someone finds, I don't know, the wrecks of a meteorite.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that is meteorite finds. What about the rest? Do you understand all these words?
Yes.
I get confused with stony irons.
Stony irons, okay. Maybe it is a kind of a stone that can be also a piece of iron, okay? Both of them. Iron is something, stones are another thing, okay? They are separated, but stony irons are maybe can be both, okay? A mixture of them. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, so let's start with the recording, okay? So get ready.
Now listen to part of a talk in an astronomy class.
Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
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 Okay, let's start then.
Okay, so I'm sure you all know what meteors are, right? Those bright shooting stars in the sky that sometimes pass through the atmosphere and land here on Earth as hot rocks. Well, these alien rocks go on quite a journey to make it here. You see, these meteors start off as comets from other areas in space. The ice in these comets melt when they get close to the sun, which breaks apart and sprays millions of tons of rock and dust into the solar system. As each of the larger dust and rock particles enters the Earth's atmosphere, it creates a brief, fiery trail that is often called a shooting star, but is properly known as a meteor. Since the particles move at speeds of many kilometers per second, friction with the air at an altitude of between 80.
Sorry about that. I got a mistake. I'm going to.
Meteors start off as comets from other areas in space. The ice in these comets melt when they get close to the sun, which breaks apart and sprays millions of tons of rock and dust into the solar system. As each of the larger dust and rock particles enters the Earth's atmosphere, it creates a brief, fiery trail that is often called a shooting star, but is properly known as a meteor. Since the particles move at speeds of many kilometers per second, friction with the air vaporizes them at an altitude of between 80 and 130 kilometers. The resulting flash of light fade out within a few seconds. To be visible, these shooting stars, or meteors, must be within about 200 kilometers of the observer. On a typical dark and moonless night, you can see up to 6 meteors per hour, maybe more. Now, I don't know about you, but witnessing a shooting star is really a magical feeling. Anyway, the typical meteor is produced by a particle with the mass of less than 1 gram, no larger than a pea. How can we see such a small particle? The light you see comes from the much larger region of heated, glowing gas surrounding this little grain of material. Because of its high speed, the energy in a pea-sized meteor is greater than a bullet being fired by a gun on Earth. But as I'm sure you all know, these shooting stars, these meteors, sometimes land on the ground. Meteorites are pretty much found in 2 ways. First, are meteorite falls. Sometimes bright meteors or fireballs are observed to penetrate the atmosphere and find their way to the Earth's surface. The 2013 Chelyabinsk fireball in Russia produced tens of thousands of small meteorites, many of them easy to find because these dark stones fell on snow. People sometimes discover unusual looking rocks that turn out to be meteoric. These rocks are termed meteorite finds, the second way meteors are found. Since the 1980s, meteorite finds in the Antarctic have dramatically increased our knowledge of space and its materials. More than 10,000 meteorites have been recovered from the Antarctic as a result of the motion of the ice in some parts of that continent. Meteorites that fall in regions where ice accumulates are buried and then carried slowly to other areas where the ice is gradually worn away. After thousands of years, the rock again finds itself on the surface, along with other meteorites carried to these same locations. The meteorites in our collections have a wide range of compositions and histories, but traditionally they have been placed into 3 broad classes. First are the irons, composed of nearly pure metallic nickel iron. The second are the stones, the term used for any rocky meteorite. The third are the rarer stony irons, made, as the name implies, of mixtures of stone and metallic iron. Of these 3 types, the irons and stony irons are the most obviously extraterrestrial because of their metallic content. Pure iron almost never occurs naturally on Earth. Therefore, if you ever come across a chunk of metallic iron, it is sure to be either man-made or a meteorite. The stones are much more common than the irons, but more difficult to recognize. Often, laboratory analysis is required to demonstrate that a particular sample is really of extraterrestrial origin, especially if it has lain on the ground for some time and been subject to weathering. The most scientifically valuable stones are those collected immediately after they fall, or the Antarctic samples preserved in a nearly perfect state by the ice.
Now, answer the questions. 1.
Okay, guys. Did you take notes?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so let's start with the questions. Now we're going to do something different, okay? I'm gonna let you see the questions. I'm gonna give you only 4 minutes. No, not 4 minutes. 30, 30, 30, 30. Okay? 3 minutes to answer all these questions, okay? On number 4, please let me know when you're ready so that I can reproduce this recording, okay? So let's start. Okay, guys, are you ready for question number 4?
Yes.
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 Okay, so let's go there. I'm gonna read the question for you. What is the professor implying when he says this?
Of these three types, the irons and stony irons are the most obviously extraterrestrial because of their metallic content.
Okay, you can answer. Okay, let's go to the question number 5 and 6 now. You only have 2 minutes to do this, okay? So let's move on. The same exercise as the previous one, okay? You only have to check one. If stones are easy to spot as meteorites when found on Earth, you have to check stones, okay? You only have to check one. Okay, guys, time's up. Did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
What about rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so now we're going to see the answers, okay? And this time we're not going to share the answers, okay? Just keep it for yourself. Let's go. The answers are this is number 3. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Check your answers, please. From 1 to 4 first. Okay, now for number 5. Now for number 6. Now, guys, what I want you to do now, out of 6, how many points did you get? Send it to the chat box, please, so that everybody can see. I'll wait. Only you have to write a number, okay? Okay, good, Rodrigo. Excellent, May. Excellent, Fernanda. Good job, Michaela. Pamela Duarte, good job, excellent. 4, okay. Carla, good job. Jorge Hinojosa, excellent. A 5 is excellent, at least for me. 6, a 6 would be incredible, but let's see. Who else is missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 people are missing. Let's wait. Okay, Sebastian, 4, good. I think everybody passed. That's it. Good job, guys. Okay, good job, guys. Excellent. So, how was the experience, guys? Did you have problems? Did you understand everything? You have problems with something? Tell me.
I think the second one about meteors was more difficult than the first one.
Okay, why? Because
of the
astrology.
vocabulary, many
Okay.
words that I don't know, I'm not familiar with.
Okay, that's it. As I told you, there will be some vocabulary words that will be really difficult to understand in these lectures, okay? So you have to be ready in terms of vocabulary, okay? As much vocabulary you know, it will be the better for you, okay? Anything, any comment? Any other comment?
A problem that I have, I confuse in the charge of question 5, yeah. Since I don't know if I can select 2 options in the first, that's why I confuse in this part. But the rest, it was good.
Okay. Any other comment, guys?
Yeah, I had the same problem with number 5. I don't think in the answer they said you could choose 2 options. It didn't
Okay.
say.
Okay. That's why you have to read carefully the instructions, okay? Okay, what else? Any other comment? Okay, that's it then. Okay, to finish this session, guys, I'm gonna send you a link, okay? I prepare an extra exercise for you to work on, okay? So I hope you practice with it. It is another lecture for you to work on. So I'm gonna send this link to the chat. Please save that link and work on it later, okay? It will be a short homework. After that, I'm gonna send the answer sheet so that you can check your answers. And okay, and that will be an extra practice for you, okay? Do you agree?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Yes, fine, thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you an extra exercise via the chat, okay? So wait for it for a moment, please. Meanwhile, please, I would like you to work on this review, please. Mutation, and I'm gonna throw it. Please work on it while I send the link, please. Here it is. The link is in the chat box, please. You can copy and paste the link in another place so that you can work on it later. Okay, guys, after you finish this survey, you can leave. See you the next week.
Thank you, Mr. See you.
See you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, teacher. Goodbye.
Bye.
I have a question on the homework.
Tell me.
I can see the questions, but where is the audio, or what are we going to listen?
The audio is in the part that says recording. There is a square there. You can click on it and you will be redirected to the link.
Okay. Now I can see. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
teacher.